I was in the bathroom. Oh. Next thing, I started hearing shouts. She started shouting, honey, honey, come. Oh. You don't know what is happening to our child. Oh. That blood is coming out from her nose. Okay, I saw the pepper soup on the dining. She dished mine and gave our child, to eat because she likes it very well. Doctor started running tests. Like 5 doctors, everybody putting up tests. This one was doing this one was doing. I didn't even know what was doing. Nurses were running up and down. As in it was taking time before all these tests could come out. Our child has already passed on. The doctor that was in charge came in with some test results. The child died out of food poisoning.
Hello people, it's your boy Skito Comedy aka the next governor. Today we are in the studio to do what we know how to do best. Today matter get as a take no one be. This matter wear sneakers on top of waiting pass rain boot, tie wrapper on top of trouser, not tie, come use gele finish up on top of another gele. This is just to tell you how serious this very issue is. This matter, now this bros here, and I bring this matter to my table. Just like I promised you guys, there is no time to waste time. I would like us to meet him so that he will narrate this story to you guys exactly the same way he emailed it to me that made me to bring him down to the studio. But do not forget that the only way you can get through to me is by my email. Now, may we dive into the matter wey bring us come here this beautiful afternoon. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Please, how are you doing?
I'm not fine, sir.
I understand that part of your story so well, brother. Whoever that is going through what you are going through right now don't need to be fine. Yes. And it is because of the agreement I have with you, that is why I am hiding your identity. Please, I don't want to know your name, and I equally don't want to know the name of anybody that is involved in this very issue. But at the same time, I would want you to narrate this story to us once again. Why? Because behind you there is camera. We are recording this program and the world is watching. Seated with me here is my seer, who by grace of God, he sees secret and deep things, and he also knows when someone is telling lies. Be you who. So I appreciate if you narrate this your story to him. Let him look into it to know the advice and solution he has to give to you concerning this very issue you brought to my table. So please speak out as you gently narrate your story to us. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So I don't feel so fine. Just like I told you on the phone when I called you. Well, there's this issue in my family. As in, it is eating me up. Like, it's like nobody wants to do anything about it. You ask and you ask and you ask. It seems like it's falling on deaf ears. First thing is about my wife. It all started with my wife. So my wife is a real estate consultant, and I am a businessman. So we normally leave the house every morning, and I always come back before her. Not every time, but I would say mostly twice in a week. She normally comes home very, very late. And we have a child, a 4-year-old child. And that is our only child. since our marriage. So normally my wife, she's a good woman. Like, she's everything I asked God for when I was preparing to get married, because before you get into that journey, you have to pray and ask God to what? Lead you and show you the way so you don't fall into wrong hands. So my wife, she's very good, very homely, a woman every man would want and appreciate. So just like I said, she's a real estate consultant. She works every day of the week, but mostly twice in a week she normally comes back late. I normally come home before her, and in those 2 days, in that 2 days in a week, whenever she comes home with pepper soup. There's this pepper soup she comes home with.
Okay.
At first, now, you come home as a businessman, you come home around 6 o'clock and you don't see your wife. You know how it is now. Then later, like an hour or 2 hours, 3 hours later, she will come back. Yes, you know that her work is hectic and all that, but you want to know the reason why she would come back. A married woman would come back by that time. But normally, now, as all this thing goes, she comes back with pepper soup. She treats me out with pepper soup. So sometimes, I don't care to find out what happened or
Why she's coming back late.
Yes, I don't care to know about it. All I know is that that's pepper soup. My God, that pepper soup is very, very wonderful. Sometimes, I even give her money to buy me
The pepper
the
soup.
pepper soup. To the extent that even our 4-year-old child, oh my God, she cannot do without that pepper soup. Like, if my wife brings it, she doesn't even allow me eat the pepper soup self. So this thing has been going on for quite some time. For quite some time now. I won't say quite some time. For a long time now. It's
Okay.
like a routine. If she goes out that day, she comes home late, she will come home with the pepper soup.
Okay.
Sometimes I will give her money to buy. Sometimes I won't, but she must do what? Buy that pepper soup.
Okay.
And normal now, as a man, like I like meat. Like, normally I'm a man, I like meat. So I just eat the pepper soup and everything goes on, and I like the bygone be bygone. So a month ago, my wife came back, and normally she came home. It was late. I have already gone to bed. She normally comes home 2 hours or 3 hours stops.
Okay.
But it was like it took a little longer. I had to put our baby to sleep. Me put our baby to sleep.
Okay.
Then went to sleep myself. No, I fall asleep on the couch waiting for her to come back. That was what happened. Then she came back with that pepper soup. She knocked. I gently opened the door, and she felt sorry of what happened, that there was a traffic jam. Okay, first of all, she said that her boss didn't let her go on time, that there was this site that they had to go and survey, this one, the story plenty sha. So she gave me the pepper soup normal now. So I was tired already, I've already slept. So I thought that no problems, that I am happy and okay, that she's fine.
yeah.
Nothing happened. Told her to put the pepper soup in the fridge, that I would eat it tomorrow morning before I leave the house. She said okay. She took the pepper soup to the fridge and kept it there. We went to bed. We went inside the room. She took a shower. She came up, we slept off. Tomorrow morning, as we were preparing for work, I was bathing because our child has to
Go to school.
get prepared first. So normally she would bathe the child first before I go in and bathe myself. Why after bathing the child, then she will now make breakfast. Because I'm the kind of man I mostly I like eating at home.
Okay.
Yes, I don't fancy eating outside. Not that I don't eat outside, but I don't fancy it.
Okay.
So that fateful morning, I was in the bathroom. Oh. Next thing, I started hearing shouts. She started shouting, "Honey, honey, come! Oh, you don't know what is happening to our child. Oh, that blood is coming out from her nose." At first, I thought it was running nose.
Mm.
So I hurried up in the bathroom and I came out instantly to the dining. Okay, I saw the pepper soup on the dining. She dished mine and gave our child, to eat because she likes it very well. Now, there she was again. There she was with our child laying on the ground. I was like, what is going on now? Blood all over her. I saw that this one is beyond running nose, oh, because running nose, you can't get such blood from running nose. So I said, honey, this one is getting out of hand, though. I think we need to
Rush her to the hospital.
take her to the hospital. I didn't that day, business of work for that day, both me and my wife was just cancelled. I just went inside the room. All I need, all the only thing on my head was just to cover my body and carry my child to the hospital. I went inside the room. I hurried up, put on a trouser, put on a t-shirt. My wife the same. We
Rush
drove
her to the
off
hospital.
and to the hospital. Like the first hospital, we got to the first hospital. They run series of tests. They told us that they couldn't find anything wrong with our daughter. My daughter blood was still coming out from her nose. I said, what is going on? Now, this hospital now referred us to a teaching hospital. Now, as on the way going to the teaching hospital, if you look at she was already slumped. She was already getting weak, slumping. Breathing itself was very hard for her. Thank God we got to the hospital, to the teaching hospital. Doctor started running tests. Like 5 doctors, everybody putting up tests. This one was doing this one was doing. I didn't even know what was doing. Nurses were running up and down. As in it was taking time. They took blood sample, they took stool sample, they took saliva, this sample. Before all these tests could come out, our child has already passed on.
Jesus Christ. Hey! Omo. Okay? Sorry about that, Chairman. Please, my condolence.
Thank you.
So, your child passed on and what happened?
So my child passed on, me and my wife, we are beside her. I was comforting my wife. She was crying. As in, like, she nearly killed herself. So I was like, please, the Lord brought this child. He will surely bring forth another one. You don't have to do it yourself. Now, I was consoling my wife and we were waiting on the test results to come out. So finally, the test result. Okay, actually, when the child died, I felt hopeless about the test. Since the first hospital told us that they couldn't see anything that was wrong with the baby, so I felt hopeless already. So all of a sudden, the doctor that was in charge came in with some test results, and he started telling us that the child died out of food poisoning. I was like, food poisoning. What is food poisoning again? And that morning, the only thing my child had was that pepper soup because that was the only thing on that table.
Okay.
That was the only thing on that table. She was supposed to have tea, but because of that pepper soup, that was what I wanted to have for breakfast. Then she insisted that she wants to what? Eat the pepper soup as well. That was the only thing she had. And I started questioning the doctor that my child had the pepper soup that my wife brought for me to eat in the night. That was the only thing she had. Nothing else. So where is the food poisoning from again? The doctor said, well, that the test shows that the child died out of food poisoning. It might be the pepper soup. I don't even know what to say about it. So normal now, I said, okay, as a man, I had to ask questions. I asked my wife, the pepper soup, because she has been bringing this pepper soup quite often. Normally that 2 times in a week, and it has gone on for a long time. Why today? What happened?
Yeah.
Why? I have been eating this pepper soup. She has been eating this pepper soup. What happened? My wife felt numb. She didn't say anything. She was shaking. She was crying. Okay, at first I said, no problem. Maybe she is still traumatized out of the shock of our child. No problem. We went home. I decided to let things rest for a while. 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month. I decided to bring up the matter again now, since it has been 1 month since our child passed away. I believe she can be able to give a tangible reason of what happened. How come food poisoning in the pepper soup that you normally bring for me that I eat?
Okay, you are suspecting that whatsoever that spied your daughter came from that pepper soup.
I don't know. I can't say the pepper soup, but since it was the only thing she had, and test said food poisoning, so I had to stand on the ground and question the pepper soup. Since that is the only thing she had. So I brought up the matter again. At this point in time, my brother, my wife, if she say this one today, she will say the other one tomorrow. If she doesn't even give me a straight up answer. To me, it's like she doesn't even understand what she's saying.
Okay.
I don't get it. The thing is so confusing.
All right, bros, can you try and summarize your story? Just calm down. I can imagine how you feel, but we don't have all times to ourselves. So I just want you to summarize this whole thing for us. So please,
So I couldn't get any answer, a tangible answer from my wife. Nothing could happen. I am getting confused. I am getting frustrated. So I decided to come here today. I decided to reach out to you to know where the problem lies.
Okay, you want to know if truly it was.
I want to know because
I
need answers. This is our only child. Since we got married, you can imagine she's 4 years.
Yeah.
She is 4 years. After 4 years of having our only child, nothing, no baby again. So it's somehow I need to know what happened. The food poisoning. It's not that I'm suspecting my wife, but at least I need to know what happened.
At least you should have said where she got the pepper soup.
Where is the pepper soup from? Where do you even buy the pepper soup? You don't even want to identify where she buys the pepper soup from. I have asked and asked and asked and asked and asked. You are not the one who is cooking the pepper soup. Okay, where do you buy the pepper soup from, Kwanu? She can't give me an answer.
Chairman, put yourself together. I can imagine how you feel concerning this very issue. Just calm down. We'll get to the bottom of this whole issue. People, you heard his story. It is such a bad one. Without wasting anybody's time, we just have to bring Seer into this very issue. Let's hear what he has to say concerning this. Seer, ekenekwa gị nke ukwuu. Biko, nwatakịrị nwoke anọ n'obi anyị si na ihe butere ya n'obi anyị bụ maka ọnwụ gburu nwa ya ọ na-amalụ ebe o si bịa. Ọ sị na ọ ya bụ ya bịa n'obi anyị ka ọ chọpụta ya bụ ihe. Ịnụziri ihe niile ọkọ ka ya bụ akụkọ nsi wee gaa. Wee sị gị biko dododo na etufuru oge ọbụla ka ị nebagodo anya na ya bụ okwu, ka ị gwagodi m eziokwu nọọ nsị ka eji ihe gbuo ya bụ nwatakịrị nwaanyị a na-ekwu okwu ya. Eziokwu nọọ ya n'ime ya bụ anụ ọta ka ya bụ ihe dị. Biko inebacha ya na ya bụ ihe, owozi ihe ọzọ i were ikwu banyere ihe a ga-egwu anyị na ya bụ okwu na-agbawa m obi, na-agba m anya mmiri. Ekenekwa gị nke ukwuu. Okay, Seer wants to say something. Seer, biko gaa n'iru ka ị gwa m ihe iwe ikwu n'okwu a. Ana m ege ntị.
Ọ ga-abụ ihe mwute na mmadụ nọ n'etiti mmiri ncha aba ya anya.
Seer said it will be a very painful something that you are in a stream or river and soap entered your eyes. It is an adage. Seer, ana m anụ ihe na-ekwu.
Ka anya bụ okwu si wee dị, nwerekwa n'ife nnyocha dị ebe a maka na ya bụ okwu ekwugokwe n'onwe ọ gosi na ọ bụ ihe ya bụ nwatakịrị li bụ ihe gbuli ya nụ.
Seer said from the way this issue is, that there is nothing to examine, there is nothing to start checking about. That's from the whole narration of the story that it shows and proved that it was that pepper soup your daughter ate that actually bite her. Seer, ana m anụkwu ihe ị na-ekwu.
Mana ife dịzi ebe a bụ ka anyị esi wee chọpụta ya bụ onye na-ebulu na ajọ ife n'obi na-akwado ma ọ bụ na-achọ ọdịda gị.
But Seer said what is to find out is who is this person planning your downfall? Yes, who is this person planning your downfall? Seer, ana m anụ ihe ị na-ekwu.
Akụkọ ya gosikwazi na ọkwazi sọsọ fe ịtọ bụ ihe bi na ya bụ ụlọ. Ọ bụ eziokwu?
Seer said from what you narrated to us in this your story that it shows that it is just you, your wife and your daughter that lives in your house.
Yes, it's just the three of us. Me, my wife, and our child.
Seer, ọ sịrị enwere ihe okwu, ana m egekwe ntị n'ihe ị na-ekwu.
Ihe ọ gosi bụ na ofu onye n'ime unu na-abụ ga-amanatarị ihe gbasara okwu a.
Seer said what this thing shows is that someone between you and your wife must have a hand or know the root of this very thing. Yes. You want to say something? Just calm down. We are coming. Seer, ana m ege ekwentị ihe ị na-ekwu.
Na-atụfughị oge ọbụla, a ga-achọ ohere ka a mee ka ya bụ nwunye ya bịa ebe a ka e kwuo ya bụ okwu iru na iru ka anyị nụkwazi ọnụ mmiri ya wee malụ ebumnobi ya.
Alright, Seer said, without wasting anybody's time, that we'll have to invite your wife down to our studio. That he wants to hear from your wife. Yes. Eh?
My wife.
Yes.
But my wife.
Chairman, calm down.
This woman, like, I have known this woman for like 7 years of my life.
We are not saying that your wife is the one that pied your child. Seer said he just want to hear from your wife what she has to say concerning this. This your wife, can we get to see her?
Definitely, yes. You can.
We can see her, right?
Definitely.
All right, what you will do for me is to give me your wife's number. Yes. Give me your wife's number. Put her number there. Okay. Seer, ya bụ nwatakịrị nwoke enyego m akara ekwentị ya bụ nwunye. Owu ihe ọzọ ị chọrọ ikwu n'okwu a ka m gaa n'iru chọọ ohere m ga-eji mee ka ya bụ nwaanyị bịa n'obi anyị n'ụbọchị nke taa. Ana m ege ntị.
Gaba n'iru na oge adịrọ.
Seer said I should hurry up, that there is no time. People, you heard it all. Without wasting anybody's time, I want you to tell us how you feel concerning this very issue, but please comment respectfully. After that, click on the share button, share this video as many times as you can, make it go viral for the world to watch and learn. And as you do so, I want you to stay tuned as we invite his wife down to the studio to come and tell us her own side of the story concerning this pepper soup. So please, don't be told, don't be left out. Follow up and see how all these things unfolds. Thank you.